Hello friends, Santiago Cifre here from the Cifre Center. As we said last week, we have a surprise for you so you can learn about one of the very useful programs that we do here. You probably don't know, maybe you do, that by the technique of meditation alone, it is possible to inoculate your stress, to improve both your mental, physical health, to sleep much better, actually to improve your stamina, and even to lose weight. And that's just the meditation. Part of it has to do with the autonomic nervous system and the position of meditation that lines all the cables, just to call them like that go back and forth, communicating with our organs. So today I want to tell you about In Optimal Shape. In Optimal Shape is a program that I've been doing successfully for a while. It's a self-mastery program, and this program will help you or a loved one do a few things. Improve your physical and mental stamina. It will also help you inoculate, meaning neutralize how you react to stress by learning how to react in a much positive way. That's a decision. The only thing we can do about stress is actually we have the choice of how to react. Or actually, it's not really react, it's proact. In other words, reduce the reactivity. And also, in that process, we learn how to detox the emotions that are created through these stress processes. Number 3, you'll detox your body, and in doing that, without fasting, you will lose weight, and in the process, you will get fit or fitter. And in that process, also you get rid of pains and aches, and part of the way that you will lose weight is by having a significant reduction in cravings and eating anxiety, if that's one of the factors that affect you. And as important through all of this, to jumpstart metabolism, because when metabolism is highly active, then all the elimination processes of the human body, fat elimination processes, fluid retention, and the elimination processes, then are improved. You probably realize that when we get into all of these programs, at the beginning we're very motivated, but many of these programs that are out there, they rely mostly on external factors. External factors are things that are due unto you, like groups, injections, special diets, special fitness programs, so on and so forth. It's a $3 billion industry a year. And actually, it's not an industry that is well researched, but it is thought pretty much that there's a lot of failure. These people get discouraged. It's not easy, because if we don't have the mastery tools in whatever we're going to do, then we're missing a big part of the picture that will help us in attaining our goals. So what is the difference? The difference is that In Optimal Shape, what happens is that right from the outset, you begin learning how to master your own internal resources rather than relying only on the external. And in the process of mastering your internal resources and engaging them into a do-it-yourself, half of this program, do-it-yourself with my coaching help, in order to increase, well, the things that we have said, the physical stamina, the improvement of the mental health, the sleep, the detoxification, the stress, and the actual process of losing weight. So half of this program is based and relies on your mastery. And once you master the components, then you have a tremendous toolbox that will serve you forever. Doesn't matter where you are, and actually it doesn't matter what the goal that you want to achieve. In this case, it's just to help you get into a much better mental and physical shape. The other half of the program, okay, is the only part that is external, and what I use for that is acupuncture detoxification, which is being proven. I've used it many times to help people reduce weight, eating anxiety, sleep better, etc., etc., etc. A lot of points on in the ear. Also, improvement of metabolism with acupuncture, points on in the body, and a few other things that are easily implemented. So, why don't I explain to you with more detail how in optimal shape works? So let me just get up from here. So let's talk specifically about how this program can be so successful in helping you get into much better physical and mental shape. And in that process, significantly learn how to inoculate stress by having less reactivity, improve your physical strength, your relaxation, your sleep, and weight loss. I have in my hands this book written by my mentor Thomas Tam. This is a Chinese meditation system used 100% only for weight loss. You're not going to be able to find this book in Amazon, but I'm going to share this book with you because the knowledge in this book that you haven't seen is very important. It's part of this program. It's called Pigu, the Way of Qigong Fasting. And it talks about techniques that are used without using diets or any external factors or tools to actually get you into better health and in the process of stress reduction, weight loss. But more specifically, the way in optimal shape works, okay, it has two components. The one is the most important perhaps in the long term, is a self-mastery component where you learn how to engage your internal resources and not rely only on external factors to achieve your goals. So what we do is that we have a meeting to evaluate your needs, where you are, your situation, and in that process delineate certain goals to be achieved. And then we put into place a number of factors for you to learn. One of them is 12 consciousness principles. Okay? These principles are very important to open your mind, your energy, to balance your body internally, and they will help you to shift, to make the shift to a better understanding of yourself and to how to achieve the goals that you have and what's more important and less important. So it's a process of discrimination that this helps you to do, to clear up all the garbage that you don't need. Through the technique of behavioral and motivational coaching, what we do is we ID, patterns of stuckness, of programming. Some that identify some of the reason why you feel the way you feel and you're not successful when you get into certain types of programs. And so it's like garbage that we basically eliminate. We get in touch with what are these patterns, these paradigms, or potential paradigms of programming that we carry as human beings and that may have been there for a long time, and they, you may or may not be aware of them, but they become landmines that basically derail often your efforts, not just in getting into better shape, but perhaps in other areas of your life. So that's very nice, and it's very, it's a great thing to do that because it gives you tools that perhaps you don't have right now that you can apply to many aspects of your life. And then you learn a very powerful meditation visualization technique to align your desired outcomes to your energy system, or that which you ultimately want to achieve. And as I said before, the benefits of meditation are way, much more than that. But that said, related to this book, okay, is very helpful in aligning yourself with your ultimate goal, because we have to be energetically aligned, okay, here with that which we're trying to achieve, to attract in many ways. As part of this, it's do it yourself. A lot of this stuff with my help, with my coaching help. You don't really need anything. You can do all of this, like the Tai Chi. People come to a Tai Chi class to practice the form and to get motivated into practicing, the things that you haven't learned yet, and to do it there. And then you go home and you through the week you do your form. You're on your own. You're your own master. This is why it's a mastery program. So as part of that, a set of 5 very powerful core exercises that you can do in 20 minutes, okay, 3-4 times a week, will be taught to you if you don't know them, okay? And these exercises will help a lot into getting into better shape. So as you can see right now, so far we're talking about internal factors, okay? Things that you will learn for the rest of your life that they will help you in many ways. Sleeping better, so on and so forth, the things I have described. And also the core exercises will help you not only get into better shape, but will help you improve your natural elimination process. Now, we do need some external stuff to really, provide like a strong power to the process of getting this going, so that you start experiencing the positive effects of what we're trying to achieve a lot faster. So, for that, we start with an initial 5-day detox with foods and herbs and without fasting, okay? So those 5 days is the beginning of the process of aligning the physical into the detoxification. And as we go along, we will have the acupuncture detox and also the body acupuncture for metabolism, and very, very important, very useful in losing fat and in getting the body in better shape, cupping. Moreover, a better way of eating great food in a joyful way without limitations. It's not a diet, it's just a better way of relating to food. There are certain things that will have to be eliminated because they're just designed to essentially increase weight, fluid accumulation, and fats. So, but it's not a starvation diet or anything like that. It's in this program, you eat as much as you want, okay? In many ways, if the foods that are best for you, and you have a better joyful relationship to how you are eating, And finally, what I want to say is that you should, if you listen to me and you think that this is something that you would like, or you know someone that you would like, call me so we can have a meeting. You can go over more detailed explanation if necessary. You can go to the cifracenter.com and sign up for the VIP for the Tai Chi. Also, I suggest that while you're there, you check out the Chi store. Some of the herbs that we're going to use for weight loss that are successfully utilized are there. You can read about them by clicking on the image and read about the formula, about the research behind the formula. If you have time, give us a like, like us on Facebook, and share this with people that you may know that can benefit from it, because the benefits of this are that getting into this kind of shape is really not only very joyful, but it prevents a lot of potential complications as we go along in this life. I thank you very much for watching us, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.